An inmate at the Berlin County Sheriff's Office. This call will be recorded and monitored. Your advance pay account balance is $92.74. For customer assistance, billing inquiries, or to block future calls, dial 1-877-650-4249. To hear the cost of this call, this call is subject to monitoring and recording. Do not use three-way or call waiting features during this call. Thank you for using Global Tel-Link.
All right, brother, except for the loud TV, I've got no time here to take Bible questions unless you got anything else.
Sure, I can't think of anything else. I was just transcribing a phone call because when you call Florida, it's not two-party, but that can wait. We're certainly reaching out and doing everything we can to get you out of prison, but we do have Bible questions. There's always Bible questions that come in all the time. I can't wait for you to get out so we can redirect all these emails to drdino.com.
Oh, I'm ready. Well, Paul's still going to need some funds for legal defense, and Ernie's going to, called Racer X, they're going to switch the button.
Yep.
To go for just a regular Kent Hovind ministry and Paul's legal defense.
Very good, very good. All right.
The only thing I had administrative, there were two things apparently that may have been changed. You have that the thing that was posted on. You said the court document was posted that they said where they changed this location to this court. What about what did it say? Eagers responded?
Yeah. That was the minutes of the procession. It was called the minutes of government proceedings or something like that. And at 8 o'clock and 20 minutes, it just says Eggers responded. It didn't say what she did. It just said she responded.
Okay, that is not correct. She did not respond. I was there. She didn't say a word. She didn't nod her head. She did nothing. No response. So ask the other folks if they remember any response out of her at all. Why would it say Eggers responded?
Right, and we, I did get up videos making a point about that, and I've sent an email out to various people that I knew were in the room. I don't know, I've got so many emails this morning I haven't gone through them all. It would take some time to see if anybody responded. Joshua Jocelyn was one of the persons in the room. There was another a strong brother in the Lord named Nathan Snow. Rhonda Harrington traveled down with her friend Wanda. They have an autistic child named Jonathan. I think that's the people that I know about that were in the room. There could have been others, but I did make a point. There is a video uploaded. I did send an email out to those people, but I have yet to see if any of them responded. The first person I would probably reach out to is Joshua Jocelyn and or Nathan Snow.
Okay, but yeah, that's if the court reporter would have written Eggers responded, she would have Eggers responded with a yes or with a no.
Well, you would think so. You would think so, but this was called minutes, and I don't think they went into the details. It was like a high-level summary of the minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
So I don't think it's too worrisome at this point in time that it doesn't say exactly with what she responded with. I think it's more just a. But you know, let me take that back. Let me take that back of what I just said. You're saying she didn't respond at all.
Berlin County Sheriff's Office.
I would say it's nothing to worry about that it said that she didn't respond with what she said, but you're saying she didn't respond at all, so the fact that it even says she responded, that's still worrisome. It's like they actually lied, because it's I think this particular document, since it's a high-level summary, we would not expect it to say exactly what she said, but it is lying. It is a falsehood in the document that says...
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so there's still a major problem, even though we don't expect it to say exactly what she said. She didn't respond at all, so it shouldn't have said she responded. So yeah, we'll try to run that down. Maybe as I get time, I'll reach out to Joshua or Nathan or anybody else I can think of that might have been in that courthouse. It's the efforts this morning has been completely focused on the Bureau of Prisons, but I'm starting to think that they're the wrong people to call, because I'm thinking that the paperwork needs to come from Judge Margaret Casey Rodgers' office. I did call them. I asked the lady that answered the phone, which I think is her secretary or her administrator, if I could speak to Judge Margaret Casey Rodgers or leave her a voicemail. I was told that I cannot leave her a voicemail, and I was told I could not speak to her, but that she would take a message. And I said that I'm a friend of Pastor Kent Hovind, and that it's my understanding that that Judge Margaret Casey Rodgers needs to release paperwork in order for Kent to be released back to the Bureau of Prisons so that he can be eligible for home confinement. And then we're going to start the discussion with Charles E. Samuels Jr., who's the director of the Bureau of Prisons. Now, this lady, when I told her that, she said something to the effect of, well, things happen as fast as they happen around here, and we'll just have to wait and see. I said, well, you know, we're very anxious that Pastor Kent Hovind be released from prison, and if there's paperwork that needs to be filled out by Judge Margaret Casey Rodgers, you know, we would like to see that done as soon as possible. And that's kind of where that conversation ended. She would not let me leave a voicemail because I wanted to leave a detailed voicemail, but when someone takes notes from a phone conversation, it can only get so detailed.
Right. Well, it's just what I predicted months ago was going to happen. You know, three stooges all pointing at each other. He did it. And,
yeah. You called it right, but we're trying to remedy it as best we can. Now, I should also tell you that we talked to Pastor Wally Drake, and I can't remember if I told you this or not. He's in Washington, D.C. He volunteered to go visit the Bureau of Prisons director. We even got his address. His address is 320 1st Street Northwest.
I got that.
Okay, in Washington, D.C. And yep. Okay. But we were told he's on travel all week.
Maybe the director's gone.
He's gone. He's gone all week. That's what. Drake may visit them anyway and just drop off some flyers, you know, and maybe take a camera crew with him. I don't know, but I don't know what he'll do. But they told me, well, you know, the director's gone all week. He's on travel, and I said, is he going to be open any day this week? Because I think Pastor Wally Drake's going to be there multiple days. Oh no, sir, he's gone all week. I said, is there anything that we can do to get him a message? And she said, well, he's on travel all week, sir. You know, that kind of thing, you know.
Well, yeah. It doesn't matter. He's got an assistant, and he's got a phone.
Right.
Go talk to the assistant.
Amen. Amen. I did ask her, I said, is there anybody that Pastor Wally Drake could talk to in his absence? Because, you know, we would really like to set that meeting up. And she said, oh, no. You know, so I was trying my best to maintain my Christian testimony, but at the same time, it's getting a little tough. Okay.
All right. Excuse me. I can do Bible questions if you want. I need to, the phones are wide open here other than the TV real loud.
Okay, I do have a few. You want to finish off this phone call and maybe we can do one more and that'll get us through some of this time, and then I'll jump back on, trying to, find out any more details. I have not had a chance to call Ernie yet, so it's, but I certainly can do that. It's entirely up to you.
Call Ernie. I'll call Eric and talk to him for a little bit. So I'll call you back in like 5 or 6 minutes.
Okay, that sounds good, sir. We're going to get you out of there. We're so close we can taste it, but we are going to get you out of there.
I'm ready. Thank you, brother.
Okay, God bless. Bye-bye.
All right.
All right, that's Pastor Kent Hovind. I think he can smell freedom. I think he can smell it. He can taste it. And it's up to us. You guys are hearing these conversations, but it doesn't just need to be me that calls. If it's just me, they don't care about little old me. If it's 100 million, or a million, or even just 300, just call. You guys are hearing what's going on. I would say call Judge Margaret Casey Rodgers right now. And Judge Margaret Casey Rodgers' phone number is 850-435-8448. She needs to release the paperwork to let the U.S. Marshals put Kent Hovind back in the custody of the Bureau of Prisons. You understand what I'm saying? That paperwork needs to come from Judge Margaret Casey Rodgers.